On Monday, after the cabinet meeting, we have arrived to Bucharest. For 2 days, we have a very intense program. First of all, yesterday, we have attended to Munich defense meeting. Regarding Black Sea security, we made some elaborations. And the Montreux regime, which we apply very strictly, we have reminded its role in preventing the crisis, and with my counterparts in these forums and in this meeting, they have declared that they are very happy for practice of Montreux Agreement, just like Russia. Afterwards, we have attended to 11th Bucharest Forum by Aspendas Institute, and we should not be selective against the threats, and we should be united against terror. We also highlighted the importance of fight against terror, and that we need a new European security architecture. Yesterday, with Sweden and Finland Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we made a triple meeting, and also the steps we have taken, and we also talk about our expectations, and these two countries have taken some steps. We do not ignore those steps. However, regarding the extradition of the criminals and regarding freezing the assets of the terror assets, there is no positive development. So the Turkish nation and the Turkish Grand Nation Assembly should be convinced. Yesterday and today, we have attended the NATO Minister of Foreign Affairs meeting, and this meeting, after accepting the strategical concept, it is the first one, especially the security situation in European Atlantic. It has been an important meeting. We had 3 sessions and informal dinner, and the topic of that forum and dinner was Russian-Ukraine conflict. And Kuleba'da, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, also attended these meetings and that dinner, and also we have highlighted the support of the allies to Ukraine, and we have reiterated that the diplomacy should continue even the war is ongoing, and with the help of diplomacy, both the grain agreement and then other exchange of people and like other negotiations where the diplomacy worked. So we said we should continue diplomacy, and also we said that the solution perspective should be kept alive with negotiations. Our counterparts, including the grain agreement, they thanked us for their efforts and the efforts of our President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. In the second session, the topic was China and the resilience. In this topic, especially in Sincan Uyghur Autonomous Region, capital Urumqi, the fire there, and we asked explanation regarding fire, but they couldn't bring any satisfactory explanation. In our speech, UN Human Rights Commissioner Basharan's report we have also mentioned, and in this report and also in this session, the biggest asymmetric threat which NATO faces is terror. Once more, we highlighted this. And also within the NATO body, we said there should be special representative for fight against terror. There will be a summit in Vilnius. It should be assigned before it, like in Madrid, in Vilnius. The session regarding terror should be in the Leaders Summit, and in the final session we had the Bosnia-Herzegovina, Moldova Minister of Foreign Affairs. The support of NATO should be continuing with increase to these valuable partners, as mentioned, not by only us, but by our valuable colleagues. The stability in Balkans is vital for Turkey and for NATO alliance. So these countries, their integration with European Atlantic institutions should be kept alive. We have highlighted this and we support this as Turkey. In summary, in this meeting for us, one of the important issues is the alliance. We gave the message of unity, and also in the ministry's declaration we have put forward very clearly, and also the losses of life in terror. Our allies solidarity, some of the allies tried to remove the word solidarity, but we put it forward. So the terror and its support have been condemned, and we had many bilateral meetings, or like the triple meetings, as I have mentioned. And in addition to that, yesterday Estonia and with Portuguese, and today with Poland, UK, Ukraine, Slovakia, and from Germany we had fruitful meetings. And in our intense meeting we will continue with the International Democrats Union Bucharest representation, and today here to Łódź city of Poland in order to attend the European Minister of Foreign Affairs. We will attend, and tonight and tomorrow we will attend to Agit meeting, and we will have some bilateral, including our Minister of Foreign Affairs of Azerbaijan, and with the Agit General Secretary we will have bilateral meetings. Thank you once more. If you have questions, I would like to answer them. Regarding the triple meeting with Sweden and Finland Minister of Foreign Affairs, you mentioned the expectations of Turkey. Did they provide you a deadline for scheduling? Thank you so much. Actually, in our yesterday's bilateral meeting a few weeks ago was in Stockholm of the triple permanent committee. There the experts put forward the commitment and at what points steps were taken and which point it was not. And if you look at the joint declaration, we have highlighted that joint efforts should continue to be given. And in yesterday's cabinet decision, we talk about the new government is more, and which we have accepted. But as I said, regarding the extradition of the criminals or freezing the criminal assets, and regarding the topics, we couldn't see any concrete steps. Yes, they made change in their constitution, but we need to see their implementation, because some of them will be in the New Year's Eve. But independent from the NATO membership, the new government is more sincere in fight against terror, and also after the terror attacks they gave stronger declarations. Yes, the explanations was good, but we need to see the concrete steps, and we will be continuing to work accordingly. Under the scope of the NATO Minister of Foreign Affairs, So what does as Turkey, we said yes within Turkey or out of Turkey.
Uluslararası girişimlerin içinde olan, destekleyen bir
We are supporting the international initiatives, and within NATO there is a much bigger unity like never, but we want to see it also in fight against terror. So we highlighted this, and on the other hand, Turkey's bilateral aid to Ukraine. Recently, they had electricity problem. We sent generators, so we continue our humanitarian aid. And regarding out of region countries, there, on the other hand, in order to continue the grain agreement, it's a great support to Ukraine. To some European countries, they have some initiative to make grain support, and once more we will show the support of Turkey. So as a result of this exchange of the war captured, and also to prevent any accident in Zaporizhzhia, and also the talks of the international atom energy, we will continue to provide our support. But of course, our biggest purpose is to keep diplomacy channels open. Even the war is ongoing, and we are showing it, not only saying it. And regarding providing the cease of fire, these topics take many time. As Turkey, we will continue our efforts as Turkey. Yesterday in NATO Ministry of Foreign Affairs joint statement, they said they will continue their solidarity with Turkey. But in the practice, we also wait support, you said. So in fight against terror, what is the expectation of Turkey from NATO members? Actually, if we need to answer shortly, we just need them not to intervene. That's enough. And also including US, some of the allies giving open support to terror organizations, so they should end this. And also with our talk with Blinken, the terrorist who has been seized in Istanbul and the so-called SDF, they are trying to show it completely different after they announced for revenge. Unfortunately, they do it with your support, we said, and this support should be ended. We said it is enough for us if there is no. On one hand, the France is. We know that only one country, France, rejected, but they had to refuse it. We thank all the allies who had been with us, but in fight against terror, yes, Turkey has its own right to fight against terror, but the international law, the civilians or other things, hit from the air, do not go from land. So these kind of things, they try to prevent Turkey. Again, in our bilateral meetings, some of our counterparts, when they talk about this, we gave the necessary answers. We support from our allies. We don't expect any buts or to show the terrorists like victimized. And also not only Sweden and Finland, they are also asking, yes, you are doing all these things, but there is in other NATO members we have this. They are right. I told them Sweden and Finland even showing you example in your country, they are gathering people, you should bring them as well. And on the other hand, in fight against terror on the field, we are a country to overcome it. Just like until today, both in Iraq or Syria, wherever we can fight against this terror organization, including FETÖ. You also mentioned you have an intense schedule with your counterparts. Could you elaborate them? Of course, in these meetings, all our counterparts and due to terror organization, they are in collaboration. We thank them and they have explained before. And in the next process, Turkey is both grain and in other initiatives, their role should continue, and that they supported us. On the other hand, in Europe, there is an energy crisis, especially in the southern European countries, reaching Azerbaijan and Turkmenistan natural gas. There is an intense effort and liaison in different formats. So they said they need support from Turkey, and regarding the energy crisis, Turkey is a key country with our constructive efforts, and regarding energy, regarding natural gas and oil, as we are a hub. But of course, this feature of us, especially for humanity and for countries who are in need, we are trying to use them for their benefit. And we have bilateral relation topics with them. That is the visa issues with European countries and with the counterparties. So we discussed these, and we also discussed the defense industry topics, other bilateral relations, how we can improve them. So we exchanged opinions about the regional topics. They were all very fruitful, I can say.
Çok teşekkürler arkadaşlar.
Thank you.